Welcome back to UFO Phenomenon Podcast. Tonight's episode dives into one of the biggest UFO disclosure events in modern history, the newly released second batch of UAP files from the U.S. government.
Over the past few weeks, hundreds of pages of documents, videos, astronaut transcripts, pilot reports, and radar encounters and intelligence files have been released to the public as part of the government's new Pursue Transparency initiative.
Some people believe these files prove we are not alone. Others say they're simply misunderstood military technology, optical illusions, or foreign surveillance systems. But one thing is undeniable. The conversation around UFOs has changed forever. What if I told you that tonight, somewhere inside a government archive, there are videos military analysts still cannot explain?
Objects with no visible propulsion, glowing orbs shadowing fighter jets, unknown craft over military bases, or astronauts describing strange lights in deep space.
And now, for the second time in just weeks, the government has opened another vault. This is episode 3 of the UFO Phenomenon Podcast, the second wave inside the new UFO files release. So welcome back to our podcast. Welcome to our new studio.
Here we are.
We didn't put one out last weekend because we wanted to have a nicer studio and better sound. I hope we sound a lot better. We noticed our sound wasn't very good on the first 2 episodes, so we do apologize for that.
Yep.
But
It's
here
all
we
better.
are.
Yeah. Hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, so let's dive into this week's episode. So we also wanted to introduce our little mascot. His name is George.
Yes.
He's named after George Knapp because George Knapp is a legend.
The godfather of alien reporting.
I also have the book Trinity here if you want to check that out by Jacques Vallée and Paula Harris.
Yep.
I also have the book on the UFO crash on the plains of San Agustin by Art Campbell. And there's a lot of good old interviews with Art Campbell, and he discusses the things he recovered, the materials and stuff. But those are really good books. So
on May 22nd, 2026, the U.S. government released a second batch of declassified UFO or UAP files through a new portal known as the Presidential Unsealing and Reporting System for UAP Encounters, or Pursue, which is a long mouthful of acronyms.
Yeah, they love their acronyms.
They do.
According to the Department of War and multiple news outlets, the release included more than 50 newly declassified military videos, historic government documents, pilot testimony, intelligence reports, NASA mission control transcripts, which those are really interesting, reports involving glowing orbs over Sandia, discs and fireballs, encounters dating back decades.
Officials stated the files are part of an ongoing transparency initiative ordered by Donald Trump earlier this year. And according to the government itself, these are unresolved cases. That means investigators could not definitively determine what these objects were.
Now, that alone is fascinating because for decades, the official line was often simple: nothing to see here. We've all known all along that there was something to see here. But now, why are they doing this now? The government has openly admitted that there are encounters they still cannot explain.
That's right.
I don't know why this time, in this day and age, this is what is happening. Could be a distraction.
Great time to be alive, though.
Yes, it is.
So these are a few of the most talked about videos of this batch of documents that were released. This is the Persian Gulf formation.
That one was very
It
interesting.
was very cool. One of the most discussed videos from this release shows 3 unidentified objects flying in formation over the Persian Gulf in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
The footage was allegedly captured by infrared military sensors, and they appeared to move together in coordinated patterns before rapidly changing position.
And according to reports, analysts still do not know what they are. Now, skeptics immediately point out that infrared footage can be misleading, heat signatures, distort objects,
Yeah.
which it can. Distance is difficult to judge, and classified military tech is often mistaken for UFOs. But there are some out there that they can't actually say that about.
Right.
Supporters often of disclosure argue something else. Military analysts had access to more data than the public ever sees. Radar, telemetry, pilot observations, sensor data. And even with all that, these cases remain unresolved.
Right.
So, and now we're going to talk about the green orbs. Another major revelation involved reports of mysterious green glowing orbs near Sandia, New Mexico between 1948 and 1950. The newly released documents reportedly contain over 100 pages describing sightings near sensitive military locations. I actually printed out that over 100 pages to look at. Witnesses described bright green lights, fast-moving objects, disc-shaped craft, fireball-like phenomena.
Some reports allegedly came from military personnel themselves, and this is where it gets interesting. Green fireballs have been part of UFO lore for decades. Some researchers believe these incidents were early examples of surveillance of unknown technology. Others think they may have involved secret Cold War experiments. And some scientists suggest the rare atmospheric phenomenon may explain at least part of the mystery, but the timing is important.
These sightings occurred shortly after the dawn of the atomic age. All this started happening after they blew up the Trinity. They called it a test, but there's no test. It was actually a bomb, when nuclear facilities across America suddenly began hotspots for UFO reports. Coincidence? Maybe. But many UFO researchers don't think so.
Right.
I think there's definitely a tie there. It was a beacon to the universe. Look what we have.
Yeah, bad idea.
Yes. All right, now we're going to talk about the Apollo astronaut recordings. Strange lights in space.
Crazy.
One of the creepiest parts of this release involves audio from the Apollo era.
A few very bright particles or fragments or something that go drifting by as we maneuver.
Roger, understand.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of big ones on my window down there. Just bright. Looks like the 4th of July out Ron's window. Yeah, now you can see some of them in shape. They're very jagged, angular fragments that are tumbling.
Roger, they look like fluid of some sort?
Not to me. They look like pieces of something.
Roger.
They're very bright.
Jack, we'd like Omni Charlie.
According to the release transcripts, astronauts described seeing mysterious streaks of light during the missions in space. In one Apollo 12 account, astronauts reportedly discussed flashes and glowing streaks while they were trying to sleep during the mission. NASA later suggests the effect may have been caused by cosmic rays interfering with the astronauts' vision. And scientifically, that explanation doesn't make any sense. I think they're the orbs that everybody is seeing nowadays.
Yeah. But UFO believers point out something very important. Astronauts throughout the space program repeatedly reported unexplained lights and objects, from the Gemini missions to the Apollo missions to the space shuttle crews. And over the decades, stories emerged of metallic objects following spacecraft, lights pacing astronauts, unknown objects seen near orbit. Most of them have pretty good conventional explanations, but some don't. And because astronauts are highly trained observers, Their testimony carries enormous weight in the UFO discussion.
Yeah, they know what they're seeing.
And we've all seen the videos out the ISS window of crap flying all over the place.
Orbs,
yeah.
even like orbs in formation, like it could be lights on a
Mhm.
craft. There are a ton of videos like that, and they've just been hiding all that. I've
Mhm.
heard that they've doctored the photos. They'll immediately cut
Oh, yeah, the live
feed
yeah.
anytime something shows up
Yeah.
on the ISS.
That's not fishy at all.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to talk about the orb encounters.
Mhm.
Perhaps the most unsettling reports involve glowing orbs allegedly interacting with military aircraft. One intelligence officer reportedly described orange orbs appearing to chase fighter jets during operation. Other documents describe objects moving at extreme speed, sudden direction changes, hovering without visible propulsion, crafts vanishing from radar.
Now, before we just jump right into it being aliens, there's other possibilities.
Yes.
It could be advanced drones, electronic warfare systems, sensor anomalies, foreign surveillance technology. But here's why these reports continue to be disturbing to investigators. Many of the encounters involve multiple forms of confirmation: visual sightings, radar tracking, infrared sensors, sometimes all at once, and that is a lot harder to dismiss.
Yes, it is. Now, here's the important question everyone is asking: why release these files now? There are several theories.
Yeah,
It
there
could
are.
be the to distract from Epstein
That's right. That's a
files, the war.
hmm
It could also just be our president's inflated ego.
Believe it or not, he does have that. He's very in love with himself.
He is.
Yep.
Some believe the government is finally moving towards genuine transparency, which I really hope so.
hmm
Others think that this is controlled disclosure, releasing just enough information to satisfy the public demand while keeping the true sensitive materials classified.
Right.
And there's another possibility. Maybe the government genuinely does not know what some of these crafts are. That idea alone changes everything
hmm
because for decades, UFO discussions lived mostly on the fringe.
Right.
And
You
now,
didn't talk about it. It
yeah,
was just hush.
yeah.
Now Congress is discussing it openly. A lot of military pilots and personnel are giving interviews in front of Congress.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Congressmen, Congresswomen. I want to first thank you for the invitation to speak to the committee on the UAP topic that has been in the news for the past 6 years and seems to be continuing to gain momentum. As you know, my name is David Fravor. I'm a retired commander in the United States Navy. In 2004, I was a commanding officer of Strike Fighter Squadron 41, the world-famous Black Aces. We were attached to Carrier Wing 11, stationed on board the USS Nimitz, and had begun a 2-month workup cycle off the coast of California. On this day, we were scheduled for a 2v2 air-to-air training with the USS Princeton as our control. When we launched off Nimitz, my wingman was joining up. We were told that the training was going to be suspended and we were going to proceed with real-world tasking. As we proceeded to the west, the air controller was counting down the range to an object that we were going to, and we were unaware of what we were going to see when we arrived. The controller had told us that these objects had been observed for over 2 weeks, coming down from over 80,000 feet, rapidly descending to 20,000 feet, hanging out for hours, and then going straight back up for the.
Government agencies are releasing footage. major news organizations are covering the topic seriously. I've seen so many stories on the mainstream news.
It's incredible.
It is crazy.
Not alone. The Pentagon released the UFO files a few weeks back, and we just found out over 1 billion people have visited the site. 1 billion. It's got to be a record. The War Department says more files will be released soon. UFO experts and top researchers have been investigating aliens for years. Their sources say dozens of crashed UFOs have been recovered, and what they found inside, shock.
Whether they're extraterrestrial, whether they're advanced technology or something else, it's not so stigmatic to talk about it anymore.
No, the stigma is finally starting to disappear. And, I had heard someone say, well, this is not happening fast enough. And then I think somebody quoted maybe Jacques Vallée, one of the people that have been
George
in this
Knapp,
for
maybe?
60 years. They're like, what are you talking about? This is incredible.
Yeah.
They've never talked about UFOs or UAPs, whatever you want to call them, in the news like this. I mean, this is historic.
It is.
I know all of us as ufologists try not to get our hopes up too much, but this is actually incredible times.
It's come a long way from swamp gas and weather balloons to, being part of your nightly news broadcast.
I can tell you from like 2 years ago, when I would talk about UFOs to family or friends, I would get little snickers or giggle, or they'd make faces. They don't do that anymore. They actually listen, and now they're asking me questions because they know that,
This is real.
and I'm actually obsessed with it.
Right.
So, it's
Very exciting.
Very exciting. All right, now we're going to talk about the skeptics. Of course, not everyone is convinced, and skepticism is very important. Many experts argue there is still zero verified evidence of extraterrestrial spacecraft. No confirmed alien bodies, no undeniable proof, no recovered technology shown publicly. Most UFO cases eventually turn out to be misidentified aircraft, balloons, drones, atmospheric effects, camera artifacts, classified military programs. Even NASA has stated there is currently no evidence linking UAPs to extraterrestrial life.
I'll tell you what would help is a clear picture out of one of these jets that they see the UFO. How can we not get a clear video?
Oh, they exist.
Well, we don't get to see them.
They exist.
We get the blurry black speck on a fuzzy background.
We do, but
come on, man.
Yeah, I know they have better advanced ways of seeing them than what they're showing us. Basically, the crap.
So the mystery remains alive precisely because some cases refuse to go away. Cases with military witnesses, radar confirmation, or multiple observers. These are the ones that keep the conversation alive.
Yeah. And we're not going to quit talking about them until we know the truth. It is our fundamental right as human beings to know whether or not we're alone in the universe. I've wanted all these questions answered for years, and I will never give up until hopefully I'll find these answers, because why can't we know?
Yeah, who are they to keep this information?
Nobody. It's not fair.
It's not fair at all.
So you may be asking yourself, what happens next? According to officials, this is not the end. A third batch of files is already being prepared. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
And if the public interest continues growing, we may see even larger releases. The government says millions of pages still require review and declassification. So what could still be hidden? Where are all the Roswell files? That's what I want to know. No mention so far of Aztec.
No.
If someone reported something, at least you would think there would be some kind of paper trail talking, because I think Aztec is a legit crash retrieval.
In the plains of San Augustine.
Yes.
We've heard nothing about that. It's like that didn't even happen.
Right. The second Roswell crash. There's even rumors that there were 3 crashes at Roswell.
Right.
I believe the two wholeheartedly. But
Yep.
what else are they hiding? More military footage, radar data, satellite imagery, crash retrieval reports, intelligence briefings.
All of that.
Nobody knows.
Every bit of that, they're hiding it.
And that certainly is exactly why UFOs continue to fascinate the world.
That's right.
And they always will.
Mm-hmm.
So tonight we explored the second batch of released UFO files.
Mm-hmm.
The green orbs, the military encounters, the astronaut testimony, the unexplained videos. And while these files may not prove aliens are visiting Earth, they do prove something very important. The mystery is real. The sightings are real. The investigations are real.
Mm-hmm.
And the questions are far from over.
So, comment, let us know what you guys think.
Yeah.
Are these encounters evidence that there's an advanced secret technology?
Mm-hmm.
Are these natural phenomena misunderstood by people seeing them? Or are we finally seeing the beginning of something much bigger?
Yeah, just let us know in the comments. Also, we would love it if you guys would let us know in the comments if there's any certain cases you would like us to go in depth with, like any historic crashes, or really anything on the topic. We would love to hear your thoughts on that.
We just very barely skimmed the surface on the second release.
Mm-hmm.
There's the next one coming up that we will get further in depth with.
Yes.
We're kind of a week late on this one because of the studio upgrade. But
yeah.
I
know we sound a lot better though.
I hope we do. Yeah.
And now we're set up to do interviews. We had to get a few things for that. We didn't want it to be in poor quality. And I have some interviews lined up, so we will be starting those soon as well.
Right.
But we'll also be doing these type of videos. Also going out and about and filming some places on location, which I'm very excited to do this summer.
Right.
Because the desert is calling my name and I want to go.
And if UFOs are not your only interest, if you guys like woodworking or craft type stuff, we have a bigger channel.
Yep.
Avery Street Design Studio that we also film every week.
Yep.
Those videos usually come out on Sunday mornings. So if that interests you, pop over and take a look.
Yeah.
We'd appreciate it.
And if you're here from Avery Street, welcome. We're so happy to have you here.
Love you guys.
I know we're just starting out, but this channel's got a lot of growing to do, but we're going to put 100% into it to make it the best possible experience for you guys as we can.
Right.
And so I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight's episode. Make sure to subscribe to the UFO Phenomenon Podcast if you haven't yet, for more deep dives into UFO sightings, alien encounters, government secrets, and unexplained mysteries. We'll also dive into consciousness and, anything fringe or woo-woo.
That's right.
We love all that here. So, because the truth may still be out there, and we're just waiting for them to let us know.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, y'all.